Hello, my name is Dave and I'm a real estate agent here in Singapore. And on my YouTube channel, I also talk about hi-fi gear. I review hi-fi gear too. However, in this video, I'm not going to talk about property and I'm not going to talk about hi-fi. I'm not going to tell you that which new launch you should buy, how much money you're going to make, or how much does it cost to buy this condo or something like that, okay? Then what are we going to talk about today? In this video, I'm going to share with you my testimony of closing these condo units in Clementi Central. Yes, this is about my story. I think there's nothing short of a miracle about closing these units. However, I'm not going to talk about the condo itself because that is not the purpose of this video. And then what is the purpose of this video? Because I feel that some of you might be going through a rather difficult and challenging season in your life. Maybe you have done everything that you know how to do and what to do, and you have put in your best effort. All right, but you just feel that you are stuck. No matter what you do, you cannot move forward, and also you cannot move backward. You're just stuck there, and it seems like at this moment you feel that there's no purpose in life already. Okay, so I'm going to share with you this testimony and hope to bring you hope. And I know that you're feeling discouraged, and I wish that I can encourage you with this real life story. Okay, this story begins actually on the first day of 2023. At the time, I was serving as a photographer in the church, and although my duty wasn't on the first Sunday, but because it so happened that the first day of the year was on a Sunday, so I asked the in charge to give me a chance to serve because I wish to be serving even on the first day of the new year lah. Okay, so that's why I was taking photos in church. And then about 2 weeks or 1 week before Christmas of 2022, someone saw my property video on YouTube and he came to Singapore to view the property. Okay, at first I thought he just, there's actually, as a property agent, we actually receive a lot of scammers. Okay, they will tell you that they want to buy this property. Then after you say everything, they'll tell you that, oh, they're not buying, it's their boss want to buy. Their boss cannot come to Singapore, all this nonsense. Okay, so I thought it's just a time waster. But he really came. And then I brought him to view some properties, but he don't really like. Okay, because he has very specific requirement, because he has children. And he's coming here, Singapore, to set our company. He will hire Singaporean to work, and then he actually want to bring his children here to study also. I heard so much about Singapore, right? I bring him to some condos that's already completed. Okay, I'm specialized in condo that's almost complete or already completed, so that you can go and see the real thing. And to my surprise, he don't really like those already completed. Then one day, I thought I'd show him that there's one condo in near Clementi Central. But then the problem is, the show flag has already been torn down. So there's nothing to see at all. You don't have the real units. You don't even have the show flag. And the only way is I brought him to the construction site, the actual site of the condo, and point to him. I say that, okay, that's the unit, that's the high floor unit, okay, more than 15th floor. And do you know that at that time, the condo was I think maybe only 70% built. Even the balcony do not have the parapet wall or do not have the glass panel, okay, and the wall not even painted yet. Even the outer panel was not fixed, so it's just very raw, okay, you can see the concrete and all the scaffolding. And after we viewed that, he didn't say anything, so left lah. Okay, so he left. I went home, and then on that Sunday, I told you I was serving, right? He suddenly texted me and said that he's at the construction site, and then not just him, he actually brought his whole family, his wife and his 3 children. Okay, the children very cute, and all in different age group. They have one I think was 3-year-old. And the other one was, I think, about to go primary school, and the other one also about to go to secondary school. Okay, so I told him, I'm sorry, I can't, because I'm taking photo in the church. I said, then you just go there and walk around lah, just see or go and have lunch first lah. After that, I went down to look for him met him at the actual site. By the time I reached the construction site, right, the neighborhood, he has already walked around the neighborhood. And at that very moment, when we were resting in this shelter in this park, neighborhood park, right? I think the place called Faber Walk. There was this playground, and there were at the very moment before I arrived, right, there were 3 children from the Faber Walk houses, right, from the homes of the Faber Walk, actually came out to play by themselves. And guess what? The children's age, right, almost correspond to the age of his own children. I'm afraid that he might not understand what I was trying to tell him, so I point to him exactly the exact unit, in one high floor. I said, now only left one high floor, only left one high floor now. That's one facing the landed area of the Faber Walk. And then I just casually asked him, I do not have a lot of hope, so I just asked him, so do you want? He said, okay, I want. So easy, just okay, I want. Like very casual. Okay, then we went back to the shelter, and my other agent friend came with the iPad because I didn't bring the tablet, and showing the floor plan, showing some virtual tour, and he said that yes, he wanted. And of course, at the time, I don't ask too much question because close deal more important because a lot of paperwork to do, a lot of signature. We need to also let him know about the regulation in Singapore, and the most important thing is nowadays, very important thing is the money laundering. So after we settle all the paperwork, then I asked him, why is it that when we went to those unit that's already completed, those wow, so nice, no, and it's in city central, and the pricing is almost the same, so usually people will choose a city central, right, or city fringe, and they want some more freehold, freehold the pricing almost the same, Then he told me, because he feel very safe in this neighborhood. And he said that before I arrived, he saw these three Caucasian children playing the playground. And the playground is actually a distance from the house. Okay, Faber Walk, there's a very huge park. And there's the park is very big, but the playground is very small. So playground is all the way at the other end. And he told me that if the parents of these children can have such a peace to let their children to come and play on their own, then he told me that, wow, he can also see that picture there's children playing there, and he can feel absolutely safe. Okay, of course, because I also have a police background, so I told him that I say the same slogan, low crime doesn't mean no crime, that kind of thing. Okay, yeah, but he understand Okay, then so this is one part I think is quite a miracle, because if I were to arrive early, then I will do the agent talk, the salesman talk. Mr. So and so, you see this on our upside potential, good rental. Next time if you want to stay here after 2 years, you don't want to stay already, then you rent out, there's a lot of profit, you see. I show you all the track record of the nearby condo, all those agent talk. I also sometimes also very tired of myself. Okay, okay, so that is a miracle. So you see, miracle of me as an agent not being able to go there with him, to view with him. Yet when I come, everything has been settled for me. I ask you a question, you answer me honestly. Do you want to buy from the agent that cannot go do viewing with you? If I were the buyer, I think no time, then there are another 33,000 agents in Singapore, no time, no. Anytime I call, there's 10, 20 agents immediately fall in, okay? So there's one miracle. Somehow we signed the agreement. Then at night, the call team agent called me and said that, oh, sorry Dave, I just found out that the high floor unit you want is actually reserved already. Then I say, hey, but before that, you should know, right now you got the update, because your call team is updated. Then he said, oh, sorry, because the IC said that it's reserved. But after a few days, he told me another reason. So I can't remember what reason, but I don't blame this agent because all are conveyed by the IC. Then I thought, hey, something not right. So I called the buyer. I told him that this high floor unit reserved already. Then this project IC actually encouraged us to get the 6th floor. I must let you know the background of this units. Okay, he wanted to buy a 5-bedroom unit. So 5-bedroom, the commission is a lot. If any agent, right, any given agent will say, hey, just take the low floor because want to close the deal, ma. Okay, but I told him that I don't know why at the time I just have this courage and I feel a sense of peace and shalom. I don't feel that I'm going to lose this deal if I were to speak the truth. I just told him that you want high floor unit, right, and you want your children to have fresher air. Because in their country, they find that their custom is not to buy anything below 10th floor because air pollution. But I told him Singapore air is very clean. But anyway, never mind. If you want high floor, right, do not compromise. I told him that you don't compromise. Although I want to close this deal very much, okay, I can disclose to you the commission is Tokong one, okay. But I just have this piece, and then I say something that now when I think back, I say, hey, maybe I shouldn't say that. Okay, very risky. I told him that. Don't worry, I will pray for you, okay? I will have faith for you. You no need, you just have to wait for good news. Wow, okay, I still don't know where I have this faith, this courage. Okay, then after that, I said, okay, while we are waiting for the confirmation, because it says reserve, the unit is reserved doesn't mean the person will buy. Maybe he just give a check or something, but just for information, if let's say the condo is already completed, they reserve, right? There's no such thing as reserve, because you cannot give a blank check and then say that you reserve it. Okay, it's already completed. If you want, you really have to sign and then issue you the OTP. Okay, pay the 5%. So while waiting for confirmation from the IC, right? 3 days later, so I brought him to see another condo that is in near East Coast. I remember the condo is called the Line at Tanjong Rhu. It's above this Katong Park MRT station, and it's got sea view and freehold some more. And the funny part is the side gate actually straight away linked to the MRT entrance. And then it's near Daman High School. Yeah. After we view it, right, and it's somewhat very near to the city, right. So from Katong Park MRT, you go to this downtown station. It's only how many minutes? 13 minutes. Yeah, and he just doesn't like it, lor. He still feel that he have feeling for that Clementi unit. Then I said, 不用担心，我帮你祷告，你不用祷告 ，OK， 是我的事情 ，because I'm the agent, I take ownership of this. We must understand that I'm a salesman, so I sell a product. But you as a buyer, you're buying a house that will become a home to you. For me, it's just another unit, lor. But then that is the wrong attitude, lor. Yeah. So if I sell it to you, then you don't like it. After that, you don't like it. But for me, I take the commission, 拍屁股就走了. Okay. So I told him, don't worry. Okay, don't worry. And that was around 3 p.m. After we viewed the unit, we came down. Then we went to the hawker center to have some drinks, right? That was 3 p.m. Okay, so after he left, then I went home. And guess what? In the evening time, the call team agent called me. 喝一口水先. Tell me that, hey, Dave, the unit has been released. And although I had more questions, but I think never mind, I just want to get a unit. And then guess what? The miracle number 2. He told me, okay, miracle number 3, because the unit had been released, another miracle. So miracle number 3, he told me that together with the release of the unit, right, the developer has offered another 20 or 30K discount. Wow. Then immediately I call the buyer and say, hey, the high floor unit is available. Yes, now you can buy it. It'll be yours. And the best part is you save another 30K. Okay, so that's the miracle of it. So you see, if I were there, if I were to go to the appointment early, then I might ruin the deals. But that's not the point. The point is, even when I'm not there, somehow the children came out to play at the right place at the right time. If they were to come out a few hours earlier or a few hours later, then he won't see the children playing there. They won't give him the sense of assurance. Alright, the sense of assurance discovered by the buyer himself is better than an agent sit down to talk to you, convince you for hours. Before that, I actually thought that maybe you can close a 2-bedroom, very good already, wow, I didn't know that after I pray, right, my answer is more than 2 bedroom. At the time, I was happy, but I also don't know what to feel because too sudden and too overwhelming. Okay, everything settled. Okay, everything settled. We bring him to the bank, so we do all the paperwork. Yeah, everything settled. And then also I connect with the lawyer to provide the conveyancing service. So the story ends here. And I really want to encourage you. I know that it's not easy. Sometimes, to be honest with you, sometimes this kind of sharing, right, about a miracle, about good news happening to others, right, sometimes this kind of sharing can be a double-edged sword. Okay, double-edged sword. It can either be very encouraging. You feel that, oh, what can happen to them, it can happen to me. Or it can also be the other opposite, and you feel even more discouraged. You say that, why always good things happen to other people? This thing never happened to me. Okay, I understand you. I'm not here to tell you that, hey, be a man, you stand up, you don't every day cry or discourage, No, because I've been through that. I'm going through a season also. Okay, everyone is going through a season now, okay? So I understand, and I will tell you that, first of all, I will give you some tips, okay, to go through this kind of season. Although I cannot provide you a solution. First of all, most important thing, you cannot blame yourself. If you start to blame yourself, then it's endless or it's like open up a can of worm. Then there's a lot of condemnation. You say that I could. Not that you don't just blame yourself for not doing enough. You say I am not doing enough. I didn't do my best. But you start to blame. You start to think back and say that I could have done that better, or could have done this. Maybe I could have chosen a better choice, but it's already past. And also, I find that those experiences that we have, right, maybe even regrets, are not for us to use that to attack ourselves, but rather this is a learning experience. Okay, I think going through difficult time or sometimes also making the wrong decision, it also helps us to build our wisdom, to gather our wisdom. Then you know already, last time I used to hear this. Nowadays I don't hear it so much. There was a scientist. He experimented for 1,000 times. 999 times. He failed. Okay, then the number 1,000th time, right? He success. He finds success in the research. Then when people ask him, he said that I didn't fail 999 times. So I only found that for 999 times I discovered how not to do it. You see, yeah. So it's for us to build our wisdom. And then the other thing is be good to yourself. Be good to yourself. Although yes, you are going through a hard time. Maybe you feel the lack of money. Money is very real. A lot of people, especially those they want to give a very noble speech. Right? Want to appear to be very maybe very godly or whatever. They say that money cannot buy happiness. I don't agree with that. Money cannot buy true and deep joy. Okay, cannot buy every happiness, but certain happiness can be bought. Okay, for example, you go for holiday, it can give you happiness, but maybe it's just for a while, but still happiness, right? Okay, so that is, I'm not here to argue with them, but I to let you know that I'm not those who think that money is not important. Money is very, very important. I know that you're lacking money, but you want to do the best, you want to give your best to your children if you're married, or to your parents, or maybe to your girlfriend or to your wife. But you also need to spend some money on yourself. Don't see it as you being irresponsible. By spending the little bit of money on yourself, even on leisure things, right? Buy a little things or go for a meal, you are investing in yourself. You are not being irresponsible. You are not being selfish. Okay? You are investing in yourself. Because if you don't, right, you can go for a walk, you can go for cycling, go for a swim, right? Okay? Because if you don't invest in yourself, then I tell you that your pressure, okay, and your anxiety will keep building and building and building. Then one day when it bursts, right, it will go out of control, and not just when you go out of control, right, when it bursts, finally it bursts, it will not be only you being bad to yourself. It will also be bad to the people around you. Especially you will say things that will hurt others. Okay, I'm not being holier than thou. I'm not better than you because I've been through that. I have experienced that. Especially the people who care for me most are the one who kena from me because they are nearer to me. Okay. So you can invest a bit of money. You see, go for makan or go for a run. You can have some peace for the moment. I know. I also hear a lot of those preaching that say that, oh, if you don't have real peace, you go anywhere also no use because you bring yourself with you. That is true, but at the same time, we also know that sometimes we cannot immediately have total peace. Peace, right, and shalom need to be built up bit by bit. So if you go for a walk, I think that helps, Lord. And also, also good for your health. You breathe fresh air and you get some vitamin D. Okay, vitamin D is also very important. Okay, everyone goes through crisis. Okay, so I heard that you're either inside a crisis or you just come out of a crisis, or maybe you're going into a crisis. Yeah, but crisis everyone go through, but not everyone go through a wilderness season. Okay, the difference is crisis. You just want to have a solution, then you settle already. Okay, you no money. Maybe just imagine someone give you money or then you settle already. But you don't learn anything, right? You still fear. Next time you got no money, you still fear. You still throw your anger, mistreat your family members, quarrel with your wife. But when you go through a wilderness season, you learn, you increase in maturity, and also you become someone more steady, more anchored, right? So that's the difference. And I also see that sometimes when I read news, they say that Singapore's divorce rate is almost the same as the marriage rate. Okay, and the reason they gave was because of finances. Finances actually cause a lot of broken marriage. But I think actually it's not the money itself. It's not the financial issue itself. It's how the guy handle the financial issue. When you see that your money running low, you're not getting work, then how do you handle this? How do you face it? I'm not saying that, again, I'm not saying that you must get out and fight, then you must be a man. Yes, you have if you love your family, definitely you do. But sometimes you really cannot. Okay? Then you need to be steady. You need to have the peace. Be a real man is not when you feel crisis, right? Or you find that, especially money problem, then you burst. Everyone you also have problem with. You blame yourself, you also blame others. No, it's really, you should be calm. Okay, 讲是很容易的. Okay, because I've been through that, I know. But I think because you are angry, you are anxious, you still face the problem. But if you are more calm, right? Okay, as best as you can be, and you have peace, right? Then you can really sit down and think. Sometimes you may already have a solution, but because you are so angry, you're so anxious, so scared, so full of fear, right? Then you are actually pressing down that idea. Yeah, so that's what I can share with you. Okay, say it's very easy. Okay, sit down here, just talk only. But I want to let you know that I'm not someone to come here and tell you that I'm better than you, because have gone through all this. Okay, I'm a property agent, but do you know that at the times when the time was during the pandemic, right, the height of the pandemic, sales were very bad, so I have to go and work, and I also work as a auxiliary police. Okay, I was deployed to the ground zero of the pandemic, those foreign workers dormitory, to take care of the foreign worker. But surprisingly, I was very happy there, very very happy. Those who kena COVID, right, quarantine, right, so they assigned some officers there. Then officers don't dare to go in, no, they just at the entrance. But I went in because I know I'm protected. We wear double layer of the protection. So I went in and talked to the worker, let them feel happy, and just say good morning. Wow, they feel very good, because imagine that they are sick, they have this, they kena this disease, right, and there's no cure, and then their families are thousands of miles, kilometers away. Yeah, what they need is not just medical care or food, but need someone to say hi, good morning. Okay, so now I saying good morning to you, I say hi to you. Okay, I know it's difficult, and you have tahan, you have endured for a long time already, and you don't see any hope, you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. But I say, brother, sister, hang in there. Okay, if any one of you thinking of ending your life, don't. I tell you, don't, because if you end your life, right, you are using a permanent solution to solve a temporary issue. Okay, temporarily, I don't mean 1 week, 2 weeks, or 1 day, 2 days. It can be months, but then compared to your life, it's short, right? Okay, don't end your life. Also, don't think of those stupid things, because there's hope in front of you. I have friends who used to be in the prison ministry. That means every Sunday or every alternate Sunday, they will go to prison to visit the prisoner, to minister to them, to encourage them. Okay, so there was once I also accompanied my friend to fetch some prisoners after they left prison. Let's go to the prison entrance, right, at the gate there, and then to receive them, to drive them back home. And some of them, sadly, they went back to the old way because they tried to mix with the old group of people. But there were quite a few of them actually got a job. And then they got married about a year later. And on the second or third year, they actually applied for BTO and they moved to their new BTO, and then they have children. Now they have children, they have a wife, a job, a house, and children will call them Papa. Okay? So, I think most of you here are in a better position. Okay, I know some of you may not have parents who are always there for you when you grow up, or maybe they don't give you the guidance or able to support you. Okay, but never mind. You are talented. Okay, you are actually talented. You are worth more than gold and silver, and you can make it. You definitely can make it. Just remember that everything starts by loving yourself. I'm not saying that you being selfish to love yourself, being self-centered. But if you don't take care of yourself, how can you take care of others? You know, those are airline video, right? So sometimes some will tell you that if let's say the airplane faces a turbulence and maybe the pressure inside the cabin drops, right? So the top compartment will drop down the oxygen mask. And what do they say to you? They say that, oh, because you're the father, you're the mother, you better take care of your children first. I'll put on the mask for them. No, they say you must put on the mask for yourself. Okay, if you go and put on the mask for your children first, before you can secure the mask for them, you already fainted. Alright, so if you don't take care of yourself, you're not strong enough, right, for them, right? Then how are you going to take care of your children, right? You need to be strong, not to give you pressure, but every time you feel like life don't have hope already, okay? Then tell yourself, you need to be strong for yourself, and also have to be strong for your loved ones. Alright? Not to give you pressure, but the reason why I tell you this because I see the potential in you. You can. 你可以做得到，你係得嘅。To sum up my video, I think I talk too much because people already is very naggy. Okay, okay, next time when you are my age, you also like that. Okay, no, reject that. Okay, so to sum up my video, that is, remember to love yourself, remember to take a rest, and remember not to blame yourself or to blame others. Alright, and then my name is Dave. Okay, you can call me Uncle Dave. Yeah, so just take care of yourself, and then if you really got nothing to do, you can watch my video lah. My video also quite funny, some of the high five video. So my name is Dave, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.